morning YouTube. It's a Saturday and today I'm going to finish up the install of the Sony radio. The two pieces I think that are critical when you're having the Maestro RR. I think it completes everything. Unfortunately, when I bought the harness, it was supposed to be completely plug and play, but two major issues, I think major, are the dimmer never worked. So what happens is you would turn on the radio, you turn on the headlights and the radio wouldn't dim, so you have to go through three menus. And the second issue is the CAN bus isn't showing when you put the car in reverse, and I'll demonstrate that for you. So in order to manually dim it, you have to go to here, system, and then go to dimmer, and then you have to set it for it to dim. And I've been doing this manually at night. It's kind of frustrating. But the second part I want to fix is right now when I put in reverse, clutch in, reverse, nothing happens. It doesn't detect. So you have to go to rear camera and then it works. I'm also going to remove these two the guidelines. So yeah, that's the plan, and if everything goes well, both of those will be addressed. It's going to involve cutting into the Maestro harness, which is a little nerve-wracking. It was a very expensive harness, but I think it's worth the risk is worth the gamble. So let's see what happens. The first step is I'm going to go ahead and just take this whole console apart, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so the radio is taken apart. You can see I had to butcher this, but I did get this orange wire. And so what you want to do, I've done some research on the internet, and multiple people say it's 1G, multiple people say it's 1E. I'm going to go off what the Metro harness is, and I'm going to plug it in to 1E, which is the furthest one on over here, far on the right. It's by the yellow wire, but in the smaller squares. So I'm going to plug it in and then try to test the voltage to see. Okay, so I finally got it. This is how I wired it. So when you wire it, I thought it was putting the tab facing the little tab on the wire facing the direction of this tab. It's actually the other way around, and it clicked in immediately. So to give you guys perspective, I put it in, I believe it's called 1E, which is the furthest wire to the right. And what I did, I used my voltmeter and I tested 12 volt to make sure it, when you turned it on, it did say 12 volts. So I know that it was working. And then this orange wire I cut, and you can see this goes into the Maestro down in there. So that goes down in there. This wire goes around here and then into the Sony radio right here. So orange wire all the way there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start taking apart the trunk and see if I can get the backup camera working. Okay, and the second part has been figured out. If you want to get the backup camera working with the Maestro harness, I had to, this red wire right here came from the backup camera that I purchased from Amazon. And it's an AV wire with a red wire coming out of it. And what that does is I had to cut into this main harness, which is the same one I used for the illumination. I had to cut into it. And then there's a violet wire right there. Let's see if I can zoom in. That one right there. It's the second from the top to the left. You can see right there, that's what the Sony radio is waiting for to get energized. So I was a little scared, didn't want to damage anything, but Yeah, the important thing here is you want this, which goes to the Maestro RR, you want that to be disconnected because you will probably damage the unit. Which, this is very disappointing that it couldn't detect reverse, but it's so nice now. When I stick it into reverse, it just comes on. So I'm gonna go ahead and start wiring this all back up together. And oh yeah, for the back, I want to show the way you do it. It was a splice right here. So there's the red wire coming out. It's right here. This one, this red wire. And then all I did was tie it into there. So that's all you need to do, is that red wire needs to be connected on both sides, and then the backup camera will automatically work. So the last part I'm going to do is, there's a little loop right here, and that's going to turn off the guidelines when I'm reversing. But yeah, time to put it all back together. Okay, so the car is all set, complete, everything put back together, and now you can see, turn on the headlights, it dims, which is awesome. Not only that, when I put it in reverse, backup camera works. So thank you guys for watching. I hope it finds anyone helpful who's trying to connect their Sony Maestro RR to their NC Miata. Maybe it's even other Mazdas. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.